What's going down, guys? TFORTOM here, and today I'm bringing you not a road to create a class, no, a pathway to create a class. Roads are just not in this map, and I thought, hey, I should just do a pathway to create a class. Actually, in hindsight, that's probably a road right there, but it's... Screw this, I'm sticking to pathway. Pathways are much cooler, because you can walk on them. And if you drive on them, you can hit people. And who doesn't like hitting people with cars? Don't do that. It's potentially dangerous. Okay, anyway, yes, this is a pathway to create a class, because pathways to Commando are just way too long. And I'm using the default MP5K class, or default class 1. And I gotta say, I love the MP5K. I mean, it's not as good as the AK-74U, and hence why no one uses anything but the AK-74U. But I just like using the I just like using the MP5K, is what I was meant to say. Because it's just different, and it's a decent gun, it can hold its own. And, I mean, long range, it's terrible, so I just try to avoid those encounters. Quite similar to using shotguns, and I just whip on rapid fire, but because I'm using default class, I don't have that. And it's just a plain MP5K with, I think lightweight, steady aim, and marathon, which I mean, they're all good perks, but lightweight, I don't know. I prefer scavenger or ghost or flak jacket. Steady aim isn't. I mean, it's good for some guns, maybe. SMGs, no. I mean, they've already got the small crosshair, and sleight of hand is just so much better, because that way you can sort of just spray, and you don't have to worry about getting caught with your pants down, because you can just reload very quickly. And marathon, yeah, I like marathon, except for getting the pro perk. I mean, far out, I really don't like capture the flag much. It's just, I just wish I didn't have to play that game mode to obtain possibly my favorite pro perk. But regardless, well, the SMGs in general, here are some tips. Close quarters and medium is basically the sort of ranges you're going to want to be using them. Long range you can, and I have used the MP5K in the long ranges, but you have to basically single shot. But even burst firing is going to screw you over, especially with a gun like the MP5K with its, well, very dramatic recoil. And yeah, especially because I stick rapid fire on it, recoils through the roof. Literally, like, you'll be pointing at the ground, and by the end of your clip, you'll be shooting up at the sky. It's nuts, but it's still fun, because you can just go, spray! Indeed. Also, well, actually, AK-74U, I guess, is an exception to that rule, purely because it's just overpowered. But let's not go there. Another little strategy, I haven't really gone in the direction that some of you might have thought I would with this channel. My first video was very focused on the tips, and I mean, I didn't mind doing that. It was a lot more difficult because I had to think a lot more, and it was a little less relaxed than one of these commentaries. But one thing I did forget to mention is how big you are compared to how big your enemy is. The bigger target you are, the more likely you're going to get hit, obviously. But it's always why I'm, like, sticking to cover, for example. You want to make yourself the smallest target possible. Like, you'll see, that's why people like drop shot or go prone very quickly, because basically you just get a very small target and you're a lot less likely to hit the person. And as opposed to someone who's actually standing up, you're just going to get hit. And, well, majority of the time you're going to get killed if you're the one who is the biggest target. And, I guess with that, basically stick to cover and try and crouch quite often when you're going cover. Just have your, like, iron sight or whatever poking just above the cover. That way you'll only have maybe the uppermost chest area and your neck exposed, and that can really help you in a firefight, because even like I would actually be able to take down an assault rifle user if they don't have any cover, and I'm using the gun like an MP5K, and even if it is at a distance, and just purely because I'm a much smaller target, and by the time my bullets hit him, well, he's going to be dead. Like, he won't have been able to probably only get hit me. Sorry, stumbling over words. He'll have only been able to hit me a couple of times when I've actually been able to finish him off. And that's a very important thing to do. Also, just taking into account, if you're not using Scavenger, I would highly recommend, you know, like some people might go for headshots if they encounter someone who's not really there. Go for the knife. I know that seems a bit obvious, or you might do that anyway, but knifing helps conserve ammo and is also stealthy. And that is Pathway to Creator Class completed. TFORTOM signing off.